Hello.
Hello. November 1st.
November 1st.
Wow, where did October go exactly? I really just want to take a moment to tell you how much I appreciate this time.
Thank you.
Connecting with a like-minded soul and my energy sister. It's really such an honor, truly.
Thank you.
And today is a very rich, deep topic.
Yes, it is.
It's about how to celebrate our ancestors. What is today all about? It's the Dia de los Muertos.
Dia de los Muertos.
And then All Saints Day. Comment dit-on en français?
Novembre. Le jour des saints, I think we say.
Le jour de sang.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we are here to celebrate, medicine, energy medicine, like we talk about, is in all forms. And I truly believe that when you talk about releasing and letting go of the past and trying to move forward, there are anchors, energetic anchors that attach to us. And our ancestors is one of them.
Yes.
So,
and that's a good moment. Again, we are in California.
Yes.
It's Dia de los Muertos, a big celebration, and Halloween.
Halloween just happened last night.
And how we combine all those beautiful celebrations to our own self-healing life.
Yes.
So how do you celebrate, honor your ancestors? How do you find a way with your knowledge and your self-healing tools and energy medicine?
Well, I love history of any sort from all cultures. There are so many beautiful rituals that I love to partake in. So again, to your point, I'm from the Midwest. I mean, celebrating Dia de los Muertos was new for me.
Yes.
Coming to the West Coast and especially Southern California, having a rich Catholic and Latin culture here.
Exactly.
And so for me, I feel like all of these are tools on our planet, so I pull from each of them. So I love to tap in. I should do it more, but last night and today is a day that, because of the All Saints Day, I really connect with my ancestors. One of the simple ones today is I'm connecting with my grandmother. My grandmother, Danella Ferguson. She was just an amazing force in my life. She didn't wear much makeup, but the one thing she always wore was ruby red lipstick. It was her signature. She would wear lipstick. She wouldn't wear another stitch of makeup, but she never left the house to go to the laundromat, grocery store, whatever, without her lipstick. So I'm channeling my grandmother just by the homage of the lipstick. So this is something that, and it looked great on her,
And on you. I love it, Astrid,
so
when
already,
you put it on. You see?
I'm going to tap into, tonight I just say a thank you. I write a note to my two grandmothers, my paternal and maternal grandmothers were such forces. They're my two pillars.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you? So this is what I extract from today.
We extracted a few things. Well, here last night was Halloween and I had a young child, so I went with my Dia de los Muertos.
Nice. I love it.
And, as well, coming from France, it was a different way for me to celebrate my ancestor when I was younger. When I talk, I was remembering today, it was because of a little more Catholic background.
Right.
We go to cemetery, we put a flower, a lot of people do that, it's All Saints Day. But a little sadness more was at those moments because it's raining, it's cold, the weather, it makes... So coming here and having the influence of the Latin culture, I really find myself using their way of respecting their ancestor, honoring, remembering their ancestor. It was resonating more with what I wanted to celebrate. So it brings a little more joy. And I love it. I mean, when you see the decoration and the
colors,
music and
this
the
is
colors.
why we have all these colors today, just the beautiful. Because when I look at the costuming and the florals, color therapy is called chromotherapy. It exists. wearing those colors literally raises your energy. That's what I love about it.
Exactly. So I think at the end, I've learned a new ways of honoring my ancestor, doing a little altar.
Yes.
The Native Indian, we're doing it here in the US. Again, the Latin, because where I live, it's a big Latina community.
Mm-hmm.
So I embraced.
So your community is
I
decorated.
embraced all of this, plus my background.
Yes.
So that's where we what we are saying, how do you celebrate? And like you, I'm honoring my grandmother. I love when you put your list just 5 minutes ago. I'm honoring my grandmother by wearing her knitted
cardigan,
everything she made knitting. And it's look, it gave me goosebumps.
Well,
like you
also,
said, how do you honor? And that's how we
this
do.
necklace, can we go to this necklace? I'm like, you showed up, this is amber, and I was like, where's my amber from Cynthia? Because you said someone gifted this to you, and my Cynthia, my friend in Seattle, she gave me 2 beautiful pieces, and I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it because November 1st. By the way, this is November 1st, the beginning of a new month. 1 is always a new beginning. So this is a great time to revisit your rituals and connect. But amber is billions of years old. Talk about ancestors. And the fact that you chose to wear this today, I got chills when you walked in.
And that's how we resonate with how we celebrate. This necklace was gifted to me by a woman who is from Lithuania, so it really comes from the Baltic Sea. But it's really
I can feel it. Yes,
like
yes.
when they collected the amber in the ocean. So whenever I put it, I feel our connection to the earth.
Absolutely.
And I connecting to all what those topics you just told me.
Everything is in sync because, you know, Kati and I talked about having this conversation. We're like, it's the perfect day, November 1, to be able to have this conversation. And I ran across some notes. I must have taken these notes, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But life, when you're in flow and in sync, this is what it happens. I apologize for the source on this, but I ran across something that said there are 3 types of ancestors. So when we talk about connecting with our ancestors, sometimes people say, well, I've been trying to release my ancestors and doing these rituals, but just see what you think about this, that there are 3 types. There is biological, there's territorial, and there is spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you say, biology?
You're going to ask me.
I'm gonna learn French. I'm gonna learn French
today. And me, my mind is so quiet actually today. I'm not even translating anymore. We'll do it after.
Okay, we'll download after.
I'm staying in English for now or Spanish.
But yeah, so biological is what we're born with, right? You were born this way, is what you inherited. Like we said from our grandparents, my ancestors are so strong. Mm-hmm. So biologically, I know that their DNA is in me, so we have that kind of ancestry. Yes. The territorial ancestors,
I like that.
which you moved here from another country, I moved here from another state. Yes. So we bring those territory, that energy with us. How does that land on you, like thinking of your territorial? So the France, even I feel like it extends to Europe. You're European. So it's the land, because a lot of people don't stay where they originated from. Mm-hmm. How does that land for you?
And when you read that just now to me, it does. That's how we come to peace, I think, with our generational trauma, which I've learned through the year being here, why I still have sensation that sometimes feels that doesn't fully belong, but it's still in me. Well, all of that
but when you go home, there's a different resonance, right?
Exactly.
But
the history is in us. You know, many times we went through wars, we went through history. Though when I go to France, I love visiting the Loire Valley castles again. And I think in those walls, sometimes you have goosebumps, and all of this brings something to your emotion. Yes. And I notice it more. Of course, I notice it more as when I was a kid and I was visiting and I had to learn all the king's names right there.
You hated that. Now you're so
But
grateful
now,
for it.
I'm grateful. As being in California, which I love living here, I miss the old building, the smell. When we did our circle, remember
Last week at that
I
house.
said when we entered that old theater, it was my first time inside. I
The
told
Women's
you.
Club in South Pasadena. Yeah, we were laughing like, is it haunted? I'm like, oh yeah, there are definitely spirits there,
Mhm.
but it's rich. I honor,
Yes.
whether it's Native American, I don't know what's in there, but
It was something, because for me, I started having to look around. It was good energy.
But then they added to the circle.
Exactly.
They brought this beautiful energy to the circle. I mean, we could see on people's faces shifting as we went through the circle. It was just such a beautiful night.
Beautiful. So,
the
going
third
to
so-
and how you have your history or land or where you grew up affecting your celebration of your ancestor. That's what
So when you
you're-
talk about territory, because African black people, I'm black, and I associate with Africa, but we're so far removed. But my ancestors were brought here unwillingly.
Yes.
So that is something that, as an African American or Black American, we have to reconcile. My family was brought here through the Carolinas, like through our family tree, and then my family migrated up to the Midwest, to Indiana, Michigan, Illinois area. So I have a couple. I feel like I have Africa, I have Carolina, and I have Midwest territory to go through as I come here.
Right.
So then when I connect with the ancestors, I connect with my ancestors to the very origins of the family.
Mm-hmm.
I used to just try to connect because I never met my grandfathers on either side. They both unfortunately passed at very young ages. So now I ask my parents, grandparents, and ancestors to the very origins. So I'm going back to that. I think in my DNA, what is it? When you get your blood work done, to find your ancestry.com.
Yes.
Ghana comes up huge for the core of my
Which
ancestry.
Ghana.
Mhm.
Okay,
in
that's
particular
nice.
that region, and Nigeria and other places come up, but so does Sweden, which is crazy to me.
Yes.
Asia comes up for me as well, so it's interesting.
Which I love that. Many people tell me I didn't do it, but they do their generational
Yes.
DNA, and well, we realize we all come from this planet.
We all come from the
and
mother.
The origin is actually Africa.
Yes,
we
we
want
come
to
from
go
the
there,
Yes.
and then we have a mix in us.
Absolutely. I like the Algerians that find their way to Paris and different parts of France.
A lot of movement, like you say. So I love that when you say honor as well your origin as a land
To
as
the
well.
very core.
Nice.
You could have Celtic ancestors, Nordic, Latin, Asian. You just ask for to the very core. And then the
And
third
balance.
one was spiritual ancestors. So if you are drawn to the land and people of an area, you probably have an ancestor there. So my grandmother, my dad's mom, was Native American. You could see it in her hair, her eyes, her skin. She had hair down to her waist. Beautiful, coal black hair. But what was interesting, in my DNA, that didn't come forth. It came forth in my brother. I've always been interested in East Indian culture. So I kept saying, why don't I have the Native American feathers? And I've tried to have photos of Native American Indians. So I honored it, but I kept being drawn to Eastern, ancestors. So of East India type, I resonated closer to that. So when I looked at my chart, and I see why. But I also celebrate Native American culture, but it never felt like home for me, and I tried to force it because I'm like, well, my grandmother is, surely I have that. So my spiritual ancestors for me are in East Asia, for sure.
that's where I'm half Polish actually. My dad was born in Poland. And it's interesting as we grow older, what already attracts you, what kind of celebration, how to do certain things, and you find it in your direct lineage. Like and as today, it's good to do that. I remember my grandmother being from Poland, having to immigrate to France in 1928. What they go through. So a lot of time I'm like, why do I feel this way today? Still feel this way? Because there was sometimes emotion in me that I don't want it anymore. But I realized, looking a little generational, and then where you come from, it's nice because it stopped making sense why certain emotions are still within me, and how to release, maybe to make peace with it.
Is that deja vu? Because like you said, when you walked into the women's club, it took you back to the castles. You go into a restaurant and it takes you back, like a scent can trigger.
Exactly.
I think part of the thing
there's something in our blood.
But I think some of the thing is acknowledging it. Like, we're not trying to make it disappear, but we're trying to release the prejudice charge you have around it. Because like, oh, your ancestors holding, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually not a negative. So inviting them, your elder circle, to always be with you. And I feel like in those moments where you say, why do I feel this way? An elder is stepping forward to make you feel that way. So I feel like when we talk about releasing the trauma, we're releasing our mindset about what trauma really is. Because I know I am here 100% today. I thank God for my ancestors. They were strong, fierce, and I'm alive today to live to tell it, you know?
Yes, I agree, and that's how we actually respect them, despite, or probably, I'm not telling you my family story, but for me, there's painful. I don't want to.
I want to hear it.
No, but they are painful memory. It could come back from directly your parents or your grandparents, but now making peace with it, respecting their life, basically.
Yes.
I'm using those days to do that. And again,
how about this? It's like honoring it. The more we live a vibrant, healthy life, we are paying homage to that. Everything that they sacrificed and the pain that they went through. Like, and I think of my ancestors being beaten and tortured. It makes me want to live even more. So being a whole person, this is what our whole work is about. The energy medicine is about being that whole vibrant person. It's like, make their passing and their struggles worth it with your life today. Right?
I like it. It's good.
So
good. So tell me.
We chose color because
here it's, look,
color therapy works. So I'm working on my solar plexus. Yellow resonates with me. But just look at how changing the color changes your frequency. And this is what I love about this time of year is about color. Or you can
like my mask from last night.
Yes, I love that with the orange. You're so orange. You're so vibrant.
I guess that's what I need to work
Orange
on.
is about the juiciness of life.
And you,
I'm wearing yellow. I like to bring light and energy. And I'm going to put on my yellow shades. So, I got these from, are you listening, Michelle? Metaphysics Spa.
I hope she is.
I got these scarves and these glasses, and I use these sometimes in treatment and working with clients because chromotherapy really works. And again, I think that's why it's a beautiful time, to celebrate, to bring that richness. Mostly we like, oh, it's too bright, too this, too that. And I think the more we embrace color, it truly helps children through trauma and anxiety. And mostly we don't like to wear the colors.
I think you put on colors right now. I love it.
But you get the gist of it. Like, you look different through my lens.
And now I look different with those green on. Exactly.
Yeah, so shifts the energy.
I love it. Actually, that's nice.
Well, anything else you want to cover today about this topic? I think we've kind of opened up the conversation and given you some rich history. Thank you so much for joining us today, those that have joined. It's too far, I can't see your
No, me neither, but I see.
I'm going to be uncool and step forward and take a look.
As you do that,
Hey, Cynthia. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Marie, for joining. Control_Mary joined. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we can't fake the funk.
Thank you. So many people.
Yeah, so many
say
people
hi later.
joined. Yes.
And to be on what you just say, maybe it's like, how do you want to use your energy medicine, all what you already know, to honor, celebrate, remember your ancestors from all those angles that you mentioned. I like those.
I might have to take these out all day. But seriously, like, again, another tool. All we talk about every time is tools, whether it's emotional tool, mental tool, physical tool. I love that we have choices and options. But again, today we're still we just ended this beautiful full moon in Taurus and the eclipse, the lunar eclipse. You can still feel it.
Yes.
So we're still in that 2-week gateway of that full moon about releasing. And then it is said that eclipse energy will be with us for the next 6 months. So that solar eclipse on the 14th, the lunar eclipse on the 28th, start to notice and mark this day, mark those days, and then 6 months later, we'll revisit back. We'll maybe look back to how far we've come.
Exactly.
And we've got
yes, we have.
Our next live is on Wednesday, 11:15. We'll be back live. Again, we invite any guests to join us. We know it's kind of a tough time and day, but we're here. We'd love to have you come
And thank you for actually on that. I like noon though. Many of my friends in Europe are watching because it's about 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. They changed the time already.
That.
So thank you for being with me right
I
now.
love
Again,
that.
remembering hello to my family.
Oh, I love that.
And next circle.
Next circle. Oh, the full circle.
Next week. We're doing
11/9.
Yes.
Thursday, November 9th. Join us for the full circle. The Women's Club of South Pasadena, 1424 Fremont Avenue. It's a drop-in event. You don't have to sign up in advance. We are bringing it, and we'd love to have you there. We'll have information, more granular information coming out today. So check out our pages at Katia Gervais. I got it. And at Coda Life Goddess, we're going to post later today so you can find out information for it. Ultimately, we will try to bring those live so that we have beautiful, rich people around the world and around the country that follow us. So
yes, thank you, Astrid.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and yes, please join us next full circle, next live. Thank you.
Yes.
I love that conversation with you today.
Me too, because
and we get to feel and know each other deeper and deeper with those different.
I knew you were a cool chick, but now I'm just like, now I know why you're so cool and so full of light. When you pass through a lot in life, it almost makes you want to bring more life. Because everything I've passed through in my life, pretty intense, makes me not want to retreat. It makes me want to shine light so that others, can have support. So
and you shine light, and I think we feel our what we went through, not knowing everything. We are still
I'm
knowing
still on the path every day.
But I love your compassion, your empathy, and again, we're having fun.
Because
now we can laugh.
Yes, and remind each other. So thank you so much for tuning in today. We really appreciate you. And have a great week ahead. Happy November.
Yes, happy November already.
Let's go. Take good care.
Take
good care of yourselves. Namaste.
Bye.
Bye.